MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome to the Big Small Business Show, the show for all our fantastic entrepreneurs out there. And sure, it's been a tough year. If you're feeling it's been a tough year, my suggestion is put one foot forward in front of the other. Just keep going until it's good again. But today we've got a very exciting show. We've got Jenni Campbell. She's the founder and CEO of Jaw Design and Advertising. Let's take a look.
I'm Jenni-Anne Campbell. I'm the owner of Jaw Design, a marketing agency, and I am trademarked as the Good Businesswoman, really focusing on ethics in business and pushing female-led small businesses. Jaw also has a social movement called Design to Change, where we focus on pro bono and low bono design work and creative work for non-profits and small charity organizations that otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it. Jaw is currently female-run, female-owned, full female complement. I started the business in 2010 and it kind of grew organically to a hybrid model where there were client service people, designers that I was outsourcing to, and then realized that this needed to be more formalized and take that step where we then did get office space and we then started focusing on that business growth. I think one of the highlights for me in building Jaw would be acquiring our biggest client, which would be F&B. As small business, you are often bullied. And I think people know that small businesses need the work and they will use that as a power tactic against you, where they will say to you, I need this done by X. If you can't do it, I will ask someone else. And you don't stand to just lose that particular job, you potentially stand to lose the entire client. So you sit in a situation where you have to ask something of your employees that is going to take something from them to deliver to a client. But if you don't do that, you might be at the risk of losing it. And there's this constant tightrope with small businesses and especially the larger clients, because they do know that they sit in that power seat. Our ideas are what we sell. And how do you show someone that they must now trust you enough to pay for those ideas before giving them the idea? And it's this chicken egg scenario where there are many times where we have had trust in a client and we have proposed ideas because it had been approved that we were going to work on a project. 6 months later, they decide to take the idea that they don't pay you for the job. So we currently, have on our cost estimates and we have on our proposals that this is our IP and you may not use it, and we get bullied. Then they use it and you sit in a situation where do you chase bad money with good? Do you get lawyers involved? We've had recent experiences of a massive international company going, no. Okay, now do I sit in a situation where I'm going to put us through the trauma of now, actually taking that further legally? So we try and put those things in place. We communicate with the clients in writing very clearly, very overtly. We put SLAs in place, but that doesn't actually seem to make a difference. I think the advice that I would like is to talk around IP. And if your currency is in ideas, how do you structure your proposals in a way that doesn't give away that IP before you can see the monetary return, and how to really protect those ideas?
Welcome, Jenni.
Thank you.
So your questioning is really around IP protection, and I just have to upfront say I'm not a lawyer, but I have, when I started Raiz Corp 25 years ago, I started with 2 ad agencies. Okay, so I've been in your shoes for a while, and I've been through the same pain of going to pitch and then finding your ideas appearing all over the place. So I come with a huge amount of empathy for you. But I want to ask, in terms of the business, what percentage of all the work that you do is pitch-based?
I think that we've been very fortunate, and I think through doing good work, that a lot of our work has been through word of mouth, which the reputation then stands testament to what you do. So then you're not really in a pitch scenario. But really, when you are looking at building and scaling for new business, that's when the pitching comes in. And the higher the stakes, I feel like small business, the more you are prepared to take the risk. And I think that's where the challenge comes in, to know how much you should risk in terms of the financial outlay and your IP for the potential reward.
And I know this might be a bit sensitive, but what percentage of those pitches do you actually win? So you didn't answer the first question. I didn't get a percentage there, so I'm trying to do some math.
Percentage, I would say 20% of the business
Total
that
work.
we have total would be that we have pitched for.
Right.
Really high success rate.
Yeah.
I would say 80% of that work that we have pitched for, we have won. But there's been 20% that we have been dealt with extremely unethically.
Yeah.
And if I could continue, other scenarios that also show that sort of disregard for small business IP. And not even selfishly about our business, I've been contacted by people showing me another agency's proposal, saying, can you better this? Can you better these costs? I've sat in meetings with large companies going, we had an agency pitch ideas, didn't really like them. Can I tell you what they are so that you don't go down that road? No, that I respect our competitors. I respect their IP. So I think from a pitching perspective, from client interactions, from costing, this protection of IP is something that I find really challenging.
And you know, if you looked at the cost of putting a pitch together, I know it depends, but just give me an average what it costs you to put a pitch together.
I would say between 60 and 80,000 Rand is what. If I look at the amount of time and effort that we put in, I'm an all or nothing girl. I really believe that you always have to explore opportunities. And if you are going to go for something, you do it properly. So when we put a pitch together, and I do believe that that is why we have that high success rate, we really do go all in, trying to be clever in how we spend money on external resources. But if I look at the value of that pitch, I would say that that's where it would stand.
Okay, we're going to take a break now. When we come back, more questions for Jenny. Stay tuned.
MTN SME Hub, link to business success.